bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here. I got time. It's clear to see.
Good morning, guys. Something different today. Today we're taking the car to the doctor's. Not that car, but we're taking the bad boy Ranger. She's going to PAC Tuning, PAC Tuning, and they're going to give her a good look at that and remap the ECU and make her better than she ever was. Love this motor. I'll give you a bit of a background story on it. So 3 years ago, I was recommended the company PAC Tuning to do remaps. They specialise in Ford Rangers, and they're like the number one in the UK. They are the number one in the UK, in my opinion. So I had the gearbox done, transmission, and the ECU mapped. Made a hell of a difference. Really, really happy with Peter's work. But unfortunately, a few months after that, I had a catastrophic engine failure. I melted 3 out of the 5 pistons. I sent aluminium through the turbocharger, so that trashed that. Completely boiled it up, and it cost me over £5,000 in a full engine rebuild. But when I did the rebuild, I did the oil pump upgrades and oversized pistons and had everything sorted out. Now, I've got to make clear, and I mean absolutely 110% clear, guys, it was nothing to do with the map. What actually happened was that I was driving along and a water pipe to the cooler, the EGR cooler, it split, and I didn't know about it. No lights came on the dashboard, and the next thing I know, the car was stuttering. It pulled over to the hard shoulder, and I'd absolutely bloody fried it. Nothing to do with the map whatsoever, absolutely not. So, you know, this is not a horror story. It's got nothing to do with PAC's map. I was devastated. But anyway, full engine rebuild. I've put a hybrid turbo on it now from Falcon Developments. It's got oversized pistons. But I'm only getting like 23 to the gallon, if I'm lucky. And also, it's probably good for about 90 miles an hour. So something's not right. And it figured in my mind, what's actually happened is I've still got the old original ECU remap, and it's obviously a different engine now, guys. So I've booked an appointment with PAC Tuning again, and I'm on my way now. We're going to go to his workshops at Congleton, and we're going to get a brand new remap, which really suits the truck in its current state with the bigger pistons and turbo. So we've got an appointment at 10 o'clock. We're going to go see Pete again, and he's going to work some more magic on the truck. So stay tuned. This is our day. Let's get it fired up, and we're on his way. Nothing wrong with the engine now. It just needs that remap, guys. That's all it needs. I don't know if you can see that down there, but I'm literally getting 22.7 to the gallon at the moment, which is not good. So we're on the way from Derby to Congleton. Looks like we're going through Stoke-on-Trent and then up the M6. Truck's behaving itself. It's doing what it should do. Still struggling to get over 80 mile an hour. And the fuel economy, let's just show you again. Just over there on the right, 22.6. We'll do a little bit of before and after on this remap, and I'll give you an honest opinion of what difference it makes, and whether you should use PAC Tuning. But as I said, I've used them before, and I was absolutely over the moon on the first remap. It made a hell of a difference to the truck. Hell of a difference. Okay, so what time are we on? 9:36. The appointment was supposed to be 10:30, but Pete WhatsApped me and he said he could get me in for 10 o'clock. So what I've done is just made a crafty detour. We've stopped off on the Keel Services M6 northbound, just north of Stoke, and the girls have gone to get a Starbucks coffee. Yeah, Pete, you know, really looks after his customers. Do you know that PAC Tuning, guys, they've been going for over 15 years, and they are, in my opinion and many other people's opinion, the #1 go-to tuning supplier for Ford Rangers within the UK. He does a lot of sort of like tours where he'll go up and down the country, and he gives dates for certain areas, and he'll come to your house and he'll do the remap on your driveway. Yeah, they're really good. I mean, he came to me, as I said, about 3 years ago when I was up at Selby, and he did the car on the drive, and the difference it made, guys, it was unreal, to be honest. Unreal. He also does the gearbox remapping, and back at that time, it was really, I don't think there was anybody that did gearboxes in the UK. And I think Pete had been to Australia, and he'd come back with a remap program from Australia, so he was able to start doing it in the UK. And again, with the gearboxes in these 3.2s, the difference the remap makes, it's brilliant. It holds onto gears a bit longer. It changes when it changes gear. The fuel economy gets a little bit better on the standard map, and it feels a lot smoother between changes. So, as I said, 3 years ago, I had the gearbox done and I had the engine done. I can't sing their praises enough, guys, and that's why I'm going all the way to their workshops today at Congleton, Asbury, to get the car done again. To be honest, I wouldn't trust anybody else to do the remap on this vehicle other than PAC Tuning. I've used them before, and so, you know, if you're thinking about getting your Ranger remapped, they don't just do the old style ones, you know, like this. This is a 2015. They do the new 2.2s as well, the newer shape ones. They are really, really good, guys. So that's where we are at the moment. I'm still only getting 22.6 miles to the gallon out of this. It's still like a tranquilized slug when you get over 80 miles an hour. And it just feels like it's missing that pull. You know, it just feels like it's missing that pull. And it only really dawned on me a couple of weeks ago that it was still running the old remap. But it is like a totally different engine now, guys. You know, with bigger pistons and everything. So, as an engineer, it makes sense to me that the old remap's feeding X amount of fuel, X amount of air. It's like a brain. It's a brain transplant. It's like somebody's brain getting taken out of the body and being put into another body that's probably a foot taller and different metabolism and different heart rate and everything. You know, that brain's not going to perform the same in that new body. Well, that's what's happening here. The old remap is trying to feed the newer engine with the bigger turbo and the bigger pistons, the bigger displacement. That's exactly what's happening, guys. So, you know, it's going to cost me a little bit of money. I'll tell you exactly how much later in the video to get the remap done again. And I'll be honest with you and tell you what sort of difference it's made, if any. But I think it will make a difference because it's going to be bespoke to this vehicle then, you know. Right, I better disappear because the girls are coming back, and we're going to be with Pete and PAC Tuning in about 40 minutes, so we'll catch you later. Well, we found PAC Tuning. It's on Glebe Farm, which is a lovely place. We just have to go into the barn, which I think is here. Right, time to meet Pete. So here we are, guys. The legendary PAC Tuning with Pete. What a beautiful place. This is nice. Look at these babies. Wow. It's gorgeous. Beautiful. And Pete's truck, well, what can you say about this? I mean, that's just something else, isn't it? Look at the headlights, man. Wow. That is a thing of beauty. Makes my truck feel a little bit modest in comparison. So I'm actually blown away with this this Raptor sat outside. This is the owner. This is Ash. So Ash is here at PAC and he's having more work done. He's kindly told me I can take a look at the car. And look at this. She's a beaut. Absolutely lovely. To be honest, I'm really jealous because I always wanted a Raptor. And I just couldn't afford one, you know. But it seemed like my favourite colour as well, blue. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous car. Do like that. Absolutely love it. Wow. That's the only thing mine's missing. A Raptor. That's what mine's missing. But yeah, he's really looked after that. And there's Pete. Deranged. And look at these wheels, guys. In black. Wow. Yeah. It just makes me feel inadequate with my truck parked at the side of that. I mean, you just take a look at the headlights on it for a start and the Mustang lights. They'd go lovely with my colour car. They really would. So here's the man himself. This is Pete at PAC Tuning.
How are we all?
Oh, we're good. So I'm just telling the viewers about the business and that we've worked with you before, and
that's it.
you specialise in Rangers and other cars.
Yeah.
Not just Rangers. 15 years plus in the business.
Yeah, 15 years plus in the motor trade.
Wow.
PAC Tuning and specialising in Ford Rangers has been nearly 6 years now.
Yeah, and I mean, I can vouch for this guy. You know, there's only one place to come to get a map. If you value your Ranger and you want it done professionally, you go to PAC. Other people say they can do it, but you'll never get the same quality, guys. And this is why I'll drive all the way to his place to have it done, you know. The one thing you don't want to do is shell out so much on such a lovely motor, get somebody else to mess about with it, the fumbling the way through, and you'll never, ever get a proper map. Not like the one you get at PAC. So I'm going to let Pete get on with his working his magic, and what he'll do is just read the data from the ECU of the truck, and he'll analyse it, he'll make tweaks, and he'll upload the new map back into the ECU. I've explained about the displacement of the truck engine being different because I've had slightly bigger pistons fitted when I had the the rebuild, and it's got the Falcon Developments turbocharger on it. I also explained the history of the engine, what had happened since the last time it got mapped, and so he's fully aware of what's been done, what's been changed, what happened, and he'll base his map on that. I also said that I was going to put a larger intercool on it, which would be the very next job, a bigger intercooler. So hopefully I can talk him into giving it a stage 1 map, if it doesn't hurt the engine in the meantime, while the new intercooler's not on it. But we'll see what he's got to say about that. But whatever Pete says, you know, I trust his judgment. He knows his engines and his trucks better than anybody. So I'll get his opinion on that. We'll either walk away with a decent remap, or we'll come away with a stage 1 remap and put the intercooler on at a later date. Let's see what he says. But until then, we'll just let him do his thing. Okay guys, so Ash is on his way, another satisfied customer, and I was having a chat to him about his truck. I love that Raptor of his, gorgeous. And he came in to see Pete for the gearbox remap. I've had mine 3 years, and I'll tell you now guys, it's night and day. It should have come out the factory like that. I don't know what Ford were thinking when they did the software for the gearboxes. But a PAC gearbox remap probably set you back about 400 quid, something like that, but trust me guys, it's worth it. I've had mine 3 years, and I drove my Ranger, which belonged to the neighbour, and I had to go in his, which is not mapped at all. There's no mods done at all, and you could tell the difference straight away. It's almost like the gearboxes are they're hunting for the gear. They don't know always when to change at the right time. So another recommendation guys, if you want the gearbox map, phone Pete up and have a bit of a chat to him. So yeah, Ash is away now. Ash, nice meeting you mate. Thanks for the chat, and thanks for letting me video the truck. Really enjoyed it. So I'm so into these lights on Pete's Ranger, so into these lights. He was telling me a guy in Anglesey did them for him. They took the Mustang lights and he stripped them and he's painted it black inside. He's installed some sort of gadgetry where you can control them off an app on the phone. You can change the colours, but that really sets the truck off. He's got a lovely Ranger, Pete. You know, you look at those old Mustang lights, and then you look at mine. Again, I'm left feeling inadequate. But anyway, as I was saying earlier, I spoke to Pete about what sort of map he was going to do on the truck, and I'd explained the history of the engine and everything. And I asked a question, and the question was, because it's got a bigger turbo on it, but it hasn't got the upgraded intercooler yet, can I have a stage 1? And I was expecting him to tell me no. But what Pete's done, because he's a wizard, he's given me a stage 1.5 map, like an in-betweener. If I'd have wanted a stage 2 map, I'd need the bigger intercooler, 100%. But he's given me a stage 1 on the standard intercooler plus a 0.5. So this is going to be interesting, because he's worked his magic again, guys. He's just done it again. This is why I deal with PAC and nobody else. She looks really nice sat here. It's just a shame that I'm parked next to such a lovely truck. Can't get over this black one. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Ah, she's beautiful. But then, so is mine in its own way. Loads of magic happening at the moment, guys. I don't know if he's uploaded the new program yet, but he's all plugged in, and I know he's working on the laptop over there. So we've had a really good conversation about trucks. And I'm so happy I'm getting a 1.5 remap. Stage 1.5, guys. Wow. That should make a difference, but we'll find out on the way home just what a difference it makes. And I was talking to Pete as well, because the last time I'd seen him a few years ago, he got no kids. And I know from the Facebook, because he's on Facebook as well, PAC Tuning, I'll stick the link down below, they'd had a baby, him and the missus. So I gave him congratulations when I got here, and it turns out he's on his second one now. Yeah, there's 2 kids, 2 little Petes. Bless him. So it's all going well for him actually. He works very hard to build his business. He works very hard. He's always on the road. He'll post dates on Facebook and on the website about where he is in the country, at what dates. You can book in with him, and he'll come to you. He'll come to you. It's just, it's probably the best tuning company I know for Rangers. There's probably 3 or 4 that'll do what he does, but believe me guys, PAC is the best. Do not risk your pride and joy with another company. Take it from me. I'm not being paid for any of this. I'm not getting a free remap for any of this. I'm telling you from the heart and with experience of over 3 years with this particular company, just go with PAC. Don't take the chance, guys. I suggest a remap, and I also suggest the gearbox remap, and the difference is amazing. Right, I'm just going to let Pete get on with what he's doing now, and then I'll get back to you in a bit. Right guys, mission accomplished. I've got the new PAC Tuning folder with my certificate of completion. I was looking at my other one actually. There's my old one. And it was actually, the old one was actually done back in 2022. That's mad. So it's been 3 years. I was quite right on that. Over the moon. So Pete, as professional he is, he always gives you a talk through when he's finished the work. He tells you what he's done, what he's found, and he gives you a complete rundown. So he found the old transmission control module files, which he kept on his system, and he's reflashed the transmission control module. We had the gearbox remap. He's reset the learned values for my driving style, because obviously with the engine changing a bit now, my driving style is going to change a little bit as well, so it'll learn the values again. So that's one thing he's done. He's given me the remap now based on the bigger turbo, the bigger pistons. He's not just given me a stage 1 remap, he's given me a stage 1.5. Never heard of a 1.5 before. If I'd have gone to stage 2, I'd have needed a bigger intercooler. This one's running still a standard intercooler. I am going to change it, but it's got a 1.5 remap now, which should give me a better linear curve, more power, and a little bit better fuel economy. He's also done a couple of little freebie mods for me, which I was quite surprised to find out about. Now, I don't know if you can see this, guys, but down here, it used to just have navigation, entertainment, phone, but now he's put something on there for climate as well. So I click on climate, you can change your driver's climate control from your steering wheel, and your fan. Bloody amazing. So quite happy with that. And he's done another little trick as well, and the trick is now that when I indicate left or right, the fog light will come on as well and illuminate on whichever side I'm turning. So these were little freebies. It came to £480 for all that. We're just going to drive now and see what difference it makes to the fuel economy and the power on the way home. The girls are back. They are back. Shopping, feeding baby cows, and
I pet a baby cow. Very happy.
excellent. Where's that missus of mine?
He's just gonna throw away.
Oh, here she comes. I can see her in the mirror. So time that just right. So, time to drive home now, I suppose, and see how we get on. Okay, guys, so I've reset the fuel economy meter. I'm doing just under 40 mile an hour, and already I'm on 19.4 miles to the gallon. Let's just put the foot down a bit and see what the remap does. Bloody hell, that's picking up straight away. That's powerful. Got a lot more power now. Just got me up to speed much quicker. So we'll just check on the miles per gallon and see how she is on the M6. But definitely more responsive, without a doubt. One thing I noticed straight away, guys, going uphill, just going uphill, literally just tickling the throttle, and there's much more low down torque. It just pulls up the hill much better than it ever did before, just going up the hill. It's not a racing car at the end of the day, but it's got so much more low down torque in it. It's effortless. You could quite easily put a trailer on the back of this and not even know you got it. So we've got hills, and it just pulls straight up.
Make a slight left onto Newcastle Road.
So much power. Alright, I've got to make a turn in a minute. So first impressions, yeah, it's doing exactly what it says on the packet. Much more responsive going uphill. Definitely feels much better, guys. I'm just potting around between 30 and 40 mile an hour. I'm already getting 23.4 to the gallon, guys. Loads more go in it. You don't expect it to take off like a Porsche because it's a bloody heavy truck, but it's certainly got more power, 100%. Feels like a new engine. Well, technically it is, but it feels like a new engine compared to what it was like when I drove it here earlier on. Right then, guys. Well, about 40 minutes later, we're back near Derby. We're at B&M now. The missus wants to go and get some barbecue fluid and briquettes and whatever else is needed for barbies on hot dog buns. But apart from that, truck wise, first thoughts, a hell of a lot more torque. Very torquey. Not so much foot down on hills to get up the hills. Very smooth. Feels a lot more powerful low down. Top end, it gets up to 80 a lot quicker than what it was doing. I've not gone over 80, but it felt like with a bit of time, and obviously I've got massive wheels on this, there's not much difference, to be honest, you know, over the 80 mark. It's just climbing slowly, but it's a heavy truck, it's got big tyres on it. But getting there, definitely a lot more fluid, a lot more power. Sport mode, yeah, holding onto the gears a bit longer, plenty of power again. Be ideal for towing. Again, I wouldn't say it was a fast truck, it's not. It's got big fat tyres on it, it weighs a lot, and it's 5 metres long. But the remap, it's done its job. It's much better, guys. I can feel a difference in the gearbox, holding on to gears a little bit longer, changing at different times, a lot smoother. It's not hunting for gears. Power wise, definitely more power in it, definitely low down torque. You don't have to put your foot down to the floor to actually go anywhere. You just feather the throttle and it's still picking up nicely. But again, it's a 5 metre long pickup truck, guys. It's not a bloody Porsche. Fuel economy, I was getting 22.6. That's what it was showing on the meter. I'm looking at, with doing 70, 80 mile an hour all the way back, I'm still getting between 24 and 25 miles to the gallon. So if I drove it without the lead foot and a little bit more responsibly, should I say, I think I'd get a little bit more out of it. I think you'd be looking at about 26, 27, I should imagine, in all honesty. Yeah, on the whole, £480. Stage 1.5 maps. Gearbox redone. A few little mod cons on the indicating and the climate control. checked everything for me, found a fault with the sensors for the DPF. One was showing 0, one was showing about 300. So he sorted that out for me. And there's no faults at all on the engine, besides the fact that there's no air conditioning gas in here. That's flagging a fault, but I knew about that. I forgot to mention also, he's updated the ECU firmware to the latest revision as well. So it's running the latest revision of firmware for the ECU. Couldn't ask for anything more really. So, plenty of links down below, guys, to Peter, PAC Tuning. Again, another big shout out to Ash and his lovely blue Raptor, who was getting the gearbox done. Thank you, Pete. Thank you very much. And to anybody out there who's looking for a decent map or a gearbox mod on the Ranger, just call Pete. Call PAC Tuning, seriously. Can't say enough good things about him and the company. He's done thousands of maps now, and he's been going way over 15 years in the industry. He's the only person I trust. Thanks again, Pete, at PAC Tuning. Probably see you next time. Bye-bye.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit